Now all the lights are on. Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy. Paj-anime presents. I'm Ryan. Kyle's with me.
Oh
hey,
yeah.
Kyle.
Hey, what's up?
We're here. Kyle's sure we're going to beat the Final Fantasy X today, so we're going to give Sin another try.
We're gonna give Vraska's final A on another try.
But the problem is we're having a little trouble hitting eject on this game. But we will eventually.
I'm not gonna. I'm not justifying that one.
Whoa, yeah, I couldn't think of a good eject button. I was thinking about it
Oh
while
shit!
while we were building up to this point. So Kyle's. So if you see a hard cut here, it's because Kyle just died on checks.
This is a new episode. What do you mean hard cut?
Vraska's final summon. Kyle just died in last week's episode. The last episode you see last week. I don't.
Last week.
Yesterday, the day before.
A couple days ago. I don't know.
The same day we record this session, though. The same recording session. That was the idea.
Yeah.
Dude, because what better way to cure your E3 hangover than to beat Final Fantasy X?
Yep.
Today's the last day of E3, though, according to this
Yeah.
recording. Well, not. E3's well over by the time this is up, probably. And we got this Hulk Hogan-ass eject here. Hulk Hogan Vraska. His final summon. So this song is always going to be a part of it at the beginning where I just rock out, you know?
Yep. I do
Because I'm not playing, I can do that. I can do that. I can just go crazy.
Yeah, you. Same. But I'm far too good.
That's the one thing about this is that's the thing, right? Even though when it talks, sometimes the game I'm just like, you know, we've discussed that. At the same time, because it's so visually stimulating, and the music's good right now, and the music has been good for a lot of stretches in this game. I don't know. You're right. It's an easy game to look at. That's how I always like to enjoy JRPGs, believe it or not. The ones I've seen further enough in. Like
yeah,
even,
I
was talking about how Metal Gear. Like when I was a kid, like I would always just go to my friend's house and he'd be like, "Do you want to pass controllers?" I'm like, "Nah, I could just grab some snacks and lay down and just watch, right?"
Yeah.
Like I just get frustrated playing this, but like
right,
I want to see it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's kind of the argument that some people make about story games. You shouldn't be able to spoil that online. It's like people don't realize that for some of us, we won't. You're not losing a customer. There's no way you're going to get me. I don't like your, there's something else I don't like, in some cases, the mechanics of the game. Like in this case, I actually like the turn-based mechanics. But I'd say structurally, I feel the gameplay loop is a little too long. Yeah, exactly. Like, you won't see me playing one of these, like I said before, every few months. I'm just not that level of a fan.
Well,
but
like,
if you find a way to get me exposed to watch it, like it's a 16-hour or 20-hour, in this case like 30-something probably hour movie, sure. Social movie at that. I get to hang out with my bud.
Thanks, man. It's really nice of you.
Yeah, Canadian buds here. We're gonna rename the channel. Kinda Canadian Games. That's us.
Terrible name. Also, kind of Canadian. We're fully Canadian now.
No, I was just ripping on Greg Miller's channel.
Oh, kind of fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're the Canadians. No, we're Pajodcast. AKA the artist formerly known as.
Oh, are we gonna have 19 titles like Austin, Professor Killer Walker?
Let's put them all over. We're the Capcom of. I mean, that would be anime. No, I feel like if we have a name change, that it has to be like not make sense. Like.
We're not gonna change our name at this point.
Scratch out Pajodcast Media and instead put like x-0-1.rar equals anime plus games plus dev kit times 12, or you know what I mean? Like just go obtuse. Make no sense of it. That way nobody could like. But then it actually all stands for this really dumb acronym that's easy to say. That's what you need to do. But then the logo isn't the acronym, right? You hide the acronym in there. Just this logo is just this like obtuse, like mess of words. Yeah, that sounds very me. That sounds like Pajodcast Media.
That sounds like you as an individual.
I know. Great ideas hidden inside a mess of words. Me in a nutshell.
Great is maybe questionable.
Which is fitting that we're doing this, because isn't that basically anime as well? Final Fantasy X. Great ideas hidden in a mess of words.
Woo! Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. That's actually everybody, the more you deep down into it, because we all have things about the way we communicate that don't work well for mass communication. Because it turns out we're all people and individuals, and you have to learn things about someone to be able to actually understand them on a deeper level.
Yeah. So,
and that's what good art does, right? Teaches you a little bit about someone like that. Anyway, go ahead.
One of the things I realized is that ignoring the Yupagotas is probably fine, because that ability, not that much of a concern. And if I need to deal with them later, because their health, like they come back with more health every time they respawn, I'm generally better off not killing them off this early, because if I need to wipe them later, it'll be easier to do. And I haven't been using that Steve Talk to Jack ability yet at all, because you only get to use it twice, and this version of his overdrive is kind of garbage, right? Whereas once he gets the sword, it's kind of rad as fuck. So I kind of didn't want to deal with that as little as possible.
And for the record, for those wondering, we did say in the last episode, Kyle does not want to use Ron McDonald to one-shot him if he doesn't have to. Yeah. He's okay using it for like if he's weakened him, but not in this first state, right? Obviously in the second state, which has the 120,000 health. Unless we struggle, if we're having problems beating the boss, at a certain point we will just
if I feel
we'll
like
be
I've
like,
done
okay, we need to power on.
Yeah.
And and something just happens that just screws with you. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
his attack just does too much damage or something. Yeah, I got you.
And if things are tight at the end, I might not pull him out at all because you don't have full control over his abilities. So I don't want to...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's part of the problem, right? Is if you summon him early, he could just wreck him in the first attack, and it's like, well, there's the boss.
Or he could just not do it properly.
A minute later. So he either kills you instantly or slowly throughout time. McDonald's. That sounds right.
Yeah, it's pretty on point, I think.
I don't know. Jimmy John's what does Jimmy John sell?
I have no idea.
That's
not
cool.
a Canadian franchise.
They're called Jimmy John's, right?
Yes.
It's a restaurant chain. Apparently, I'm a kid now. Westawant?
It's a restaurant chain.
Sketty.
That's where we're going? Yeah.
It specializes in delivery.
Delivery what?
Sandwiches.
Oh, okay.
It's a sandwich restaurant chain. I'm Billy Madison now. Time to go back to grade 5 when you're 20. I'm not 20.
You're 30, motherfucker.
Also, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm like, wait, was he also 30 now? Okay, I don't know. This seems like just a regular restaurant chain. Sell sandwiches. I'm on their wiki. That's not their menu. Their latest tweet, as of 42 minutes ago, Jimmy John's says, "Lettuce freak," in brackets, let-is-freak, spelled E-E-E-K. Slices of lettuce to 3/32 of an inch for the perfect crispness. Freak yeah, hashtag freak yeah. Oh no, they hashtag freak yeah every time on all this stuff. Meat freak, oh no. 2 days ago, meat freak.
Respect that.
Oh, I see, they're describing, freak, respect, freak, is that what you're saying?
Game, respect, game. Ryan, we can't reference Matt Kessler, we're gonna get banned on Twitter.
That's what I think about that statement.
Your statement.
Alright, I'm looking at their menu. Apparently it involves being freakish. So the first thing I see on their menu is a 22-ounce regular Dr. Pepper. So, do you want to order that item? I can hit that. Order item. Do you need to order the Dr. Pepper?
Slightly outside their delivery area, Ryan. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know. We're ordering that Dr. Pepper. So they have something called the Plain Slims. Oh, so it's sandwiches, yeah. The JJ Gargantuan, which is salami, capicola, turkey, roast beef, ham, and provolone. Also comes with onion, lettuce, tomato, mayo, oil, and vinegar, and oregano. Okay, so they're like a sandwich shop that deliver. They're why some people probably don't like Subway. I've heard like some people who crap all over Subway. They're like, oh, it's all foam. They say that the bread tastes foamy. Like what? Where have you gone where it's foamy? Like it's a little softer and chewier, but I like that sometimes in a bread. Sometimes you're craving that, you know.
Yep.
Like I treat that as doughy. That's what that tastes like to me, right? Which is just extra bread. If you're not into carbs, I totally understand that. But I love me some bread. So.
You certainly do.
Like the Subway bread reminds me of. Have you ever had grocery stores often have like a loaf of garlic bread that's in like a aluminum pack, and you just put it in the oven, and then it's like, here you got fresh mint garlic, you put it in the oven and then pull it out of the aluminum foil or whatever, and it comes in. No.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You just order pizza all the time, right? I forgot you don't grocery shop. Well, how can you grocery shop? Kyle, you're a millennial. You don't groceries? What's a grocery store? Anyway, that bread is also similarly chewy. So
okay.
Mine's sort of similar.
I learned something.
You would have got the connection had you eaten that bread, but you know, Kyle doesn't shop through. I'm old, I get it.
Yes, you are. You are very old.
When's the last time you think you bought groceries? Like a big
Alex
grocery trip,
and I
like,
go do groceries. It's just that I don't.
You don't even look. You're just like she just does it all. You're just kind of
I'm
there.
But yeah.
So it was like during periods of this feature when you were grinding away, you were just kind of on pilot.
Pilot, yeah.
Yeah,
you
just
have
going
to.
through.
Like, that's one of the things. Like, fuck, man, doing a solo Let's Play would be so hard. It's like, goddamn, there are some times where I just.
Well, especially with games like this, yeah.
Oh fuck, I forgot that Orin was. Yeah, okay, cool.
Oh shit, you used the mass heal and just killed Oron, you motherfucker. Killed, that's right. I'm not using brackets. He's dead.
I mean, he is dead. So.
No. Define it. Put your dick. No, I'm kidding.
You gonna say put your dick in it?
No, I meant I'm not trying to define it. I'm just joking.
Oh, okay.
I was being facetious and taunting Jason
It's all
by
Jason's a nice
by
guy.
his nature to. I know, but he's kind of a librarian.
Oh, he's 100% a librarian, and I think that he would take that as
You
a
can't
compliment.
say it. That's not the correct way you use that. Thanks.
Yeah. I think Jason would
Like,
take
don't get me wrong. It's not
librarian as a
necessarily
compliment.
that he's wrong. Some of the time, most of the time, it's not that case.
He's
But
a master
there are
of
moments.
language.
Like, have you ever seen the movie How High?
No.
Which is ironic, but like it's a movie with
Chronic ironic?
sort of. It's a movie with they run with Snoop Dogg. Oh man, I'm gonna. How am I? Method Man and Redman. There we go. You know, the rappers.
Yeah.
So they decided to do a stoner comedy, but like it's a silly movie that's ultimately probably, you know, it's probably not a good movie. Let's be real, right? But there's a line in there that always stuck with me where like they're basically they find a way to get into prep or Harvard school, right? They basically dig up remains and then smoke the ashes of those remains with their weed, like they grow with it, and then it lets them hallucinate and talk to those people. So then they decide they're just going to get a bunch of old historians, right? And then they'll help them through all these hard history questions in Harvard and stuff, right?
There?
Like, you know,
Oh, okay.
yeah, exactly, right? So that's what they're going for. Anyway, there's a moment where the elite white kid is making fun of Method Man for saying peace to leave. He's like, peace is like a symbol of being and all that stuff. And he's like, it's also a phrase. And then he literatures him because it has been turned into, right? And it's just like, there's a moment that's kind of sometimes how I feel sometimes when Jason responds. It's just like, you're not wrong, but it's just like, you're making the presumption that I don't know the correct way to use it, assuming that I'm not intentionally miscorrecting. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not using it incorrectly with purpose, which I'm allowed to do, right? You don't have to agree with it, but I'm allowed to do that. Right, so the response to that shouldn't be correction. It should be, why do you use it that? Because he clearly doesn't understand why it's being used that way, right? That's what he's actually saying. He just doesn't want to word it that way. He's just doing it by correction. Anyway, that's an aside. That aside with Jason, one of our constant. I love that he's going through all of these though. He in his own time, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like.
But he was a fan of this series. Anyway.
Yeah. Was up until you shot on him 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jason.
I didn't shit on him.
No, you
Jason, I love having Jason's great to have dialogue with.
He is.
Good back and forths. And he's a marathon runner, man. I don't know if you know that.
I did know that actually.
Yeah.
He's in much better physical shape than I am.
Game respect game for that, man. That's
Stop saying
dedication
game
as far as
respect
I'm
game.
concerned. You're the one who said it the first time. I said something else entirely. I mean, it was that. I just said it in different words.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
did the dead.
You didn't
I
say
did the dead
it
in quotes
entirely
there,
differently.
basically. See, that's the thing, right? So me getting up at you about that is basically So it's come full circle now.
Captain Contradiction. I'm Spot.
Yeah.
Contradiction. Spot the hypocrite.
Yeah.
But did this? Would it mean anything? What a fucking grade.
How confident are you we're going to beat this run, or are you about to die?
I'm fine. I'm feeling fairly confident. I've been saving a lot of my, like...
I don't know.
I've been doing this in a slower manner than most people would, because because I'm saving all my shit.
Oh, he's grunting again, so he must be getting close to
when he's
dead.
stronger, so I can try to, like...
sorry.
Blast him?
Phase 1 down.
Yeah. Well, he's grunted the whole time. You just haven't noticed it.
Sorry, I'm prone to random fits of screaming with music like this.
Indeed.
It's more like grunting. Have you ever been in a mosh pit? I've never, but I'm curious if you have. You don't seem like the type who has. I never understood it. So for the longest time, like I went to a concert and I was like, I think it was like the first time I went to a concert. I was like, someone's like, you should come in the mosh pit. So I was like, I wanted them to explain it because like clearly I had no idea what it was, right? So I was like, so what is it? Like, what is the whole thing? And then
we just hit each other.
I don't know. And then I saw it and I was just like, there's just a bunch of people standing in a group just going crazy and hitting each other. Like Andrew and I, my roommate, watched a documentary that was about a mosh pit and like crazy moshers. Like sometimes they just get into fist fights, like brawls.
Yeah.
Like that's part of the whole thing, and I'm like, okay, so this is just like a rage let out. That's what this is. This is Fight Club in the middle of this concert here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Some people took that movie a little too seriously.
Yeah, you haven't.
Don't get me wrong. There was like 4 good points in that movie, right? Like there was some meta culture stuff there that they were talking about, but the response to it was very edgelord.
Oh, there's people who thought that was the deepest thing that had ever happened in the history of depth.
Like that's like I said, like that's kind of parts of the problem, because like you want to respond to that with the same amount of outrage and go, that's not deep at all. But it's like, but there's like 1 or 2 things that you can have a conversation about Fight Club after the fact from a serious perspective,
yeah, and like
right? The movie doesn't necessarily handle it all well. That's a totally another aside. But there were some themes there that was, you know what I mean? Like there was some analyzing of pop culture there that was pretty on point.
Yeah.
Especially earlier in the movie, right, during the build. But like to me, that's kind of that's just like that's socio-political thriller version of the number 23 at that point. Like you're catching on something about this craziness, but then if there's nothing going on, and it's just an excuse to do an ending that's typical, which is what ultimately what I felt Fight Club's was. Like a lot of people didn't like that's one of your first movies, but that's what you're saying, right? That's why people think it's so deep, is because they haven't seen a twist like that before, and it's just like that's a movie thing. That's a Hollywood thing.
It was
Hollywood does that all the time.
It was like relatively like this was the 90s, right? Like that wasn't done that often back then, was it?
True. Well, not that to a specific, but there was a lot of movies playing with those themes. Like I don't think you've ever seen The Devil's Advocate, right? Like to a degree, I find a lot of people say that's no other movies did that before. People who didn't watch any art house movies or any movies trying to be, you know what I mean, that were on the line of Hollywood. Like it's like you can easily say that if you've never watched Al Pacino before. Like there's lots of, or Heat, like this. There's lots of old movies that, or Casino, old Martin Scorsese. Like again, you guys were kids at the time. No, I'm saying you guys.
I understand.
Pejoratively, you know. Yeah. So you wouldn't have been seeing that. So Fight Club was your first edgy exposure. That shit is not new. Goodfellas, all that stuff is dealing with heady cultural themes mixed with violence and, you know, that type of stuff.
Yep.
Or heady, but sometimes it's just different time periods. Like that's all I'm saying. There's been, and that's not even to say there hasn't been movies before that did the whole. Like obviously there was some of the twist ending with spoilers. Fight Club is not, you know, he's seeing himself or whatever. It's like it's just him.
Yes.
Right. That wasn't also. That was also not the first. I'm trying to remember when Identity came out. Have you ever seen that?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's got John Cusack. So you've never seen John Cusack? See, to me, this just sounds like people going, I heard of Hollywood when Gladiator came out. Like, that's what that sounds like. Like, cool, you did. It's like talking to someone about wrestling and they don't even know. It's like, man, Bullet Club, this is so original. It's like, oh, no. It's like, have you heard of the NWO?
I mean, you can agree that Bullet Club is rad as fuck.
Yes, but that's not the point, right?
No.
Just like we can agree there are elements to discuss in Fight Club, right? But the element shouldn't be this is the most deepest, greatest, right? Like
that's phase 1,
okay,
by the
Identity
way.
was 2003. Okay, so that was You just won the first phase, right? Yeah.
Yep. So I've been sitting on all my.
Identity was 2003.
Good shit.
Sorry. So Fight Club I think was 99, wasn't it, or was it 2000?
99 sounds right.
But there were other. There was a movie called Being John Malkovich that had John Cusack in it, where literally the whole plot of the movie is that it had Tilda Swinton too, or Tilda, from Doctor Strange. Apologies, I would get that name. Is it Swinton or what am I?
Tilda Swinton?
Anyway, yes. They were. John Cusack's like a failing puppeteer. Yes, puppeteer. Like string puppets, and then suddenly he finds a portal that goes directly into John Malkovich's brain, and he literally becomes John Malkovich. So him and his lover, or ex, or relation, I think is what they're married. It's been a while since I've seen it. Take turns going in and just living out John Malkovich, and then you see the whole rest of the movie as John Malkovich acting out whoever they, he becomes a rich celebrity puppeteer, right? Like depending on what they want to do with John Malkovich's celebrity, right?
Yeah. It's
weird. And it's crazy and kooky. It's like a dark comedy. I'm pretty sure yeah. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised you didn't see it, I guess, because it's not as well talked about, but it is a fun movie. And weird. Basically what I'm saying is those type of weird twists existed well before the Fight Club. Not that the moment still wasn't worthy or good, but
yeah.
like you were saying, people like to call back to that as like the moment.
Well, it was their first moment with it, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah. Exactly. As long as you make the distinction, right? Because that's as we like to always talk about off air sometimes. At a certain point, at that point, you're making a distinction between the factual reality of what exists and your experiences. Those things have to go sometimes hand in hand when you're forming thoughts and opinions, right? Get away kind of both those things. Lighter Kingberg, but he did get a bunch of damage off.
20,000.
Speaking of forming thoughts and opinions.
Yeah, what about?
We're getting close to wrapped up here, Kyle.
Yeah.
On a new playthrough, you haven't seen it in a while. What is your thoughts? Has anything changed for you up until now, feeling wise? Well, that'd be my first question. Like something maybe you didn't expect, or maybe you did expect.
I didn't realize Steve was Sonic.
Like anything that.
So.
Oh.
So this is something like because I've never played it as.
Hey. We were just talking about Fight Club. That's the same thing. You know what I mean? We all had that. I didn't realize that the Ninja Turtles were just Sonic. We're just, you know what I mean? We all had a. I didn't realize these were just like commentary on me.
Yeah. So.
I didn't realize this was just marketing directed right at me. You know what I mean?
So basically, like that's something that always happens. Like I had played this as an adult, old enough to make that distinction on my own. But the thing is when you've seen something when you're younger, you don't always necessarily.
It colors
right,
it. Yeah.
Like, you don't evaluate it critically the same way, which.
You're still, even though you're looking at it with fresh eyes and new perspectives, you're still wearing those rose-colored glasses.
Yeah, because it's like I've done this shit before. Like I know what this game's about.
You're more looking for what you liked about it, and not trying to be as critical as what basically.
Holy shit! Okay, this is some problematic stuff.
Come on, Oron, do this. It's okay to take out Steve, but we need to keep Oron. Oron has no turn, though.
No, Steve actually can wipe his thing again, and I'm going to.
You're okay. Oh, no, he gets to go again.
Yeah.
Can you? Oh, yes. Phew. You just timed that correctly. Any more? That was by the hair of your chinny chin.
You fucking know it was.
Or your chinny chin sin. No.
I got lucky, is what actually happened there.
Boy. Big dear boy. What do you think this guy's actually saying? Is he just describing the plot in excruciating detail?
I have
just impossible
no
for us to
idea
hear
what
it?
his words are.
This is actually meta. No, here's what it is. There's of course there's a meta connection with Kingdom Hearts eventually. This is what it is. This guy's actually explained it all in this whole song, but we'll never know because you can't decode it.
Maybe.
We don't speak gravel. We need a gravel translator. Get him one in the house. There was a rock enemy, right? I'm trying to think. Get the rock. He does. He knows.
Alright, so what do we got here? We've got Remedy on Orin. Item. Okay. While Riku's still here.
We're on second phase here. We're getting close to done. How many hits do you've got in him? You think you're
It's
close
hard
enough
to tell
that
because
you
we
would be
can
okay
heal
with a
by
Ron
fucking Pagodas.
with a Ron McDonald?
Well, at this point, actually,
No, the battle's been going.
yeah.
Might be your moment. It might be time to serve up a McDouble on his ass.
Wait.
You know?
Is that where we're in? Oh yeah, here we go.
I mean, it's only fitting because he's pretty supersized.
He is.
I love this song. I know
Wait,
it's ripping
what?
on it, but it's ripping, so I'm allowed to.
Oh, baby.
What?
Reduce the cost of one character's
Stars.
MP to 0, and he has an ability that I just learned I used off of Steve called Quick Hit. Strike quickly with reduced recovery time,
With
which
reduced
normally
recovery
takes
time?
32
Okay.
mana, which is a lot.
Wait, so how long does he not spend mana?
Until
The encounter? Or until that cools
either until he
off?
dies or until I don't know if him getting petrified and brought back removes it. Oh fuck, he's not hasted anymore. This is my problem. Oh wait,
Oh, so he doesn't get
no,
to
he
go
does.
again.
I mean, he will in a second because I'm gonna hit him with another haste.
You're gonna haste him
Yeah.
now, yeah.
Just don't hit Orin. I don't. I'm gonna hit Yuna. That's fine.
Okay, you just that was a little attack.
Well, but it
Jack
stuns.
beam?
That's the issue. It petrifies them, right? So
Oh,
it's
okay. Oh
if-
yeah.
I don't know if that gets rid of that.
He does a little bit of everything here, Hulk Hogan. I love that one shoots red electricity and one shoots blue. That's very Star Wars. They're missing purple though.
Oh,
Someone
okay.
shoots purple,
So
too.
here, yeah, I don't have any way to pull that shit back in again. So
Who's gonna overdrive?
yeah, I'm gonna.
What's your answer here?
Well, first things first is gonna.
If you summoned here, would your summon come first? And go
They-
first?
Yeah, but Yuna needs to go, and it's questionable. Like, first of all, it's not just an insta kill on every ability. Like, I can't just pull in Ron McDonald now. I need to have.
We could try it
Yuna's
though.
powerful.
And if you miss, whatever, then he just wrecks Ron McDonald, and we got to see him.
So, yeah, I might try that, or I'm gonna see. Because I don't know what this ability
I
actually.
think we go for it.
Probably. I'm gonna look at a couple options here. I don't know if his ultimate abilities. Do I have? Oh wow. Yep, that's nope. Doing this instead. Double one character's max
Stamina
HP.
tablet.
Orin's health is 9999. If this ability kills him,
Okay.
I deserve to lose. Wait, what? He just uses Triumphant Grasp here? Oh shit! I thought it was going to be a big sword Magoo. Like, Riku's probably dead.
Big sword Magoo.
Yeah, but fucking who cares?
Oh, Riku's okay. Riku's
Yeah, whatever.
dead.
Who cares?
The problem is Orin doesn't do that much damage.
No, Orin does a ton of damage.
Hey, well, yeah, but you had to waste a Phoenix here.
Yeah, I have to. I mean, I need Riku up.
I mean, he still has that mana thing by the looks of it, right? Underneath his MP thing, that it looks like that. Oh, it's gone now. Okay, just
No,
went.
I'm pretty sure he still has it.
No, there was a little blue orb around Oron's MP.
Oh,
and
it's
then
still there. It just doesn't show up when things are
on the-
happening because I just saw it.
Oh, okay.
appear
Because I was
and
gonna say
disappear.
on his turn it
Yeah.
went away because I'm pretty sure that was the visual indicator.
Yeah,
to
I
show
hadn't
he
noticed that
was
either. But yeah,
still
it's
on.
there again. Or maybe that's just the. Maybe
Okay,
that's just
I
the
see it. Yeah,
environment.
yeah.
Let's take a look.
Oh, that could
Yeah,
just be
that
the
is the
environment.
environment.
Yeah.
That's you see the one that's like right below, like between Orin and Riku. It's the same thing. It's just not. It's just
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because
yeah, I
Orin,
see it.
yeah, spot or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh nope.
Oh, that's weird. That's tripping me. I totally thought that was.
I
the
know.
thing.
Well, it looks kind of
Anyway.
like it, right? Like that makes sense, but it's just not at all.
We might still need to pull out Ron McDonald though. We could. Remember, we have a promise. We got to show
We
him.
did show him. We've shown him before.
Yeah, but we got to show him for this fight. We said we'd show him for the last fight.
I never said anything of the kind. But
What? You're just not gonna show him?
Maybe not.
Is that the bit? It's a bad bit.
You're a bad bit. I don't... Okay, so the thing I'm concerned about is that... Yeah, I might pull him out... Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. If I get him, like, super low, and I'm not worried about maybe wiping right afterwards, then I'll pull him out. If it could make me lose the fight, I'm not gonna do it.
Well, no, you're not gonna do it if it makes you lose the fight, but he could one hit and you just win.
So it's not that simple. It's a little more complicated.
I guarantee. I said could.
No,
I'm aware of that.
It's not that simple either. Like, there are certain conditions I have to meet before that anyway. Yuna has to have a full overdrive meter, or it will 100% not happen.
Okay. Well, you had worded it before that you were worried that he would.
I mean,
so.
it could, but like,
Okay.
and if I'm at like full health and everyone's hunky dory and fine, then sure, I have no problem doing that. If I'm like, you know, low on the health bar situation, I'm not too.
Well, he'd have to use his attack on it first, right, to kill him. So.
Yeah, but like if you know, but then like when you pull out abilities or whatever, okay, here we go. Is everyone full right now? I'm gonna do the same thing to Steve. Because he can also use quick hit. It just wasn't worth the mana cost. This isn't gonna do shit.
Still wrecking Trump the grass. Yeah, Hellhorn has a bunch of health.
He's 8,000 health.
Plus, this does more damage.
He has 8,000 health.
Indeed.
He did just do
5,000 now. He's almost. He did just do like 6,000 damage.
Yeah. Oran's fine.
Well, Oran's back to 9,000.
Yeah.
The potato masher. Yeah. Oh, no, he's getting low again. I think that's what that means.
He's at 80,000. He does it every time. We just kind of gloss over it sometimes.
Oh, I thought in the first phase he was doing that only when he was lower.
I'm pretty sure he was doing it the whole time. This is really stressful just because it takes so fucking long. Like, we're like over half an hour into this episode, and we've literally just been fighting a boss the entire time. And then occasionally he just does shit like that, and it's like, what the fuck?
JRPG bosses. No one says they ain't a grind.
Luckily, the combination of alchemy and a million mega potions. Having 4,000 heal on everybody is pretty useful, considering that's everyone's full health bar except for Orin.
I enjoy some in-person alchemy. Just now I did. Some coffee.
Nice.
That helps my resolve. Yeah. 790 for Riku. She needs a heal.
Yeah, but she's better at healing
No,
herself.
you're just gonna go for it. She's gonna die.
No, she healed herself.
Oh. Well, unless he hits her.
He doesn't get a turn until after she does. The Yuki Pagoda does.
Oh, I thought.
Also,
Okay, sorry. I thought he does. He's looking at his hand, Booker T style. Fuck time. Fuck time.
so the other problem with the thing is I have a really good system going right now where Yuna doesn't come out at all, and I don't know if I can just pull her in. Like, I don't think I'll be able to do it.
Oh no, I get it. You have no desire to see Ron McDonald. You can just say that. That's fine.
For Ryan, come on.
I'm gonna hold you in contempt, but that's okay. The audience knows. If you die, it'll be justice. If you continue to die, it will be. If you force our hand, if you will, that's the only way we're gonna see Ron McDonald. We get that now. Kyle's saying something meta here. He's like, no, fuck Ron McDonald. That's not what I wanted to call him.
No, it is what I wanted to call him. I picked the name.
That's true.
I mean, I liked Panda XP, but Ron McDonald's a better name.
You sealed the deal, if you will. You picked another name first, and then we collaborated, and then you sealed the final deal on a Ronald
So if I wasn't in on the name,
but we kind of both collectively realized we should probably do a McDonald. Well, I never said you weren't in on it.
Well, no, yeah, but I also like the iteration of just like Ron McDon. Like the idea to do a McDonald's one with a collaboration. The name Ron McDon belongs to me, sir.
Well, oh yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it. I'm just saying. Kind of surprised he's still only doing that Triumphant Grasp for his.
I think he just does. It's just that he has an ability that's like, here's me and my fucking sword.
Yeah, because he's got the sword. Because when he pulls out the sword, yeah, you figure that occasionally he'd have a overdrive that like.
I'm glad he doesn't, because goddamn.
At least he hasn't shown it yet.
Yeah.
Maybe he only shows it after under a certain percentage of health, right?
Hey Ryan, how about you don't jinx me on this?
You never know. I'm just saying, that would be video games.
That would be video games. Man, if I realized that I could have just given them unlimited mana at the beginning of this fight, I would have definitely just done that. Because goddamn is that convenient.
Boom.
Okay, he's under half on this health bar now.
He's low-ish.
Let's see what this mix does. Vitality. Oh. Riku, cool. Ultimate Jet Shot, oh god.
Ultimate Jet Shot.
Ryan, you jinxed me! Literally the next time!
Under 50% health, and then new ultimate.
Okay. Orin,
Oh, wow.
we're going into time and space.
Hey. Oh, there's a meteor.
Oh, no.
Oh, they give him the ball rug
I'm
attack?
so concerned. Orin, be fine.
What's gonna
Orin's
happen?
totally fine, cool.
Orin's okay.
And Orin can take like another hit or two if he
3000.
needs to.
Orin took way less than from other hits, unless he gets to go again like 3 times, this guy. Oh, man.
So that
He
would
does.
be concerning.
You're going to get 1 res here. You're going to get 1 res. Hopefully he doesn't... Oh, no, okay. Oh, yeah, you got Mega Phoenixes,
Yeah,
right?
I just saved them for this.
Oh, yeah, you're still only going to... Yeah, you're only going to get 1 turn here.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
And then he'll be basically also almost charged to another freaking ultimate. What a bunch of...
Oh, did Riku not get to keep the bonus health or whatever? That's unfortunate. Oh no. Jesus Christ, dude. Chill the fuck out.
Oh, and then they get to go again?
Godas do, yeah. I haven't been able to see my... Because nobody has haste on them.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm trying to figure out where he is in the turn meter with
Yeah,
you
we'll
in
figure that out
comparison
once
to
we
you
get a
right now.
fucking
It's just
turn
like,
again. Because, God fucking
yeah,
damn.
once he stops going.
There we go, cool.
Of course, he has to stop going just in time for him to do an ultimate the next turn.
No, he still has to wait. It's not full.
Okay, I thought, well, if you hit him, though, he might...
I'm not hitting him, I'm casting haste.
Yeah, exactly, right? But then you can't do damage on your turn, so this is
No,
just
it's
like...
fine. I'm just resetting.
Well, MB will go.
Oh shit, because I don't have the... Oh, Steve lost the...
Oh, and then he'll get ultimate.
Steve lost the quick hit. Fucking goddammit. Okay.
Yeah, that's the downside, is they lose all that stuff when they die, right? So then you have to eat up more turns. Summoning it.
Well, I don't have...
Provided it's in the
that was a
right order, you
consumable
should be
item. I
okay.
don't have the ability to
Yeah,
use that on
oh,
Steve
no.
again. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Come on. Get Yuna in here.
It's not going to work,
Ron
Ryan.
McDonald,
It's
the
not
only
going
way.
to work. Oh my god.
Ultimate, yeah, I think this is a wipe.
Orin might make it out.
You didn't have a turn to do anything anyway.
No, that was fucking bullshit.
I don't know if Orin will be okay. It did 3,000 last time,
Yeah.
again, so he might just be by the hair, but unless it does
He
more
still has haste on him.
because of something.
He's just like the only one. Okay, so lesson learned, if I lose here, is I have to do this one again. Oh my god, no, but if he goes again, I'm fucked.
Holy moly. I don't know if he does. Oh, wow. Mega Phoenix.
Yep.
Yeah, health is so low, though. Moron needs heals. Heal himself, yeah. Let's bring him back to 9999.
Yep.
Yes!
I'm still in trouble.
Yeah, this loop isn't working
No,
for you.
this is fucking ridiculous.
This loop is just him hitting your guys, weakening them, and then ulting. Eventually he's gonna get the numbers to line up so that 252 that we were left with is not 252,
Yeah, I know.
but 0, I think.
I need to figure something out here. Am I better off?
What about Kamari or Walker or anyone else? Anyone else?
Not really. Fuck this guy. He's the actual worst. Oh! If the turns line up, I might be able to boost Riku's health bar again. If the turns line up. Yep, turns are gonna line up.
Yeah, you should be okay.
You just can't die here.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, she's not Steve. That's fine.
Okay, should be okay.
As long as he doesn't kill Turn? He didn't?
Oh. We didn't kill either, but almost on Riku.
Yeah, that's fine. Steve can... If I can get Steve up to full health here, I can get him to survive jet shots. He'll have like 6,000 health at cap. Oh, wow. Fuck off. Okay, well, I'm just sacrificing Riku on this turn because there's 7,000 health. I can't... There's nothing that I can do for her, but Steve... If Steve and Orin both make it, I'm in better shape.
They should. But we said that last time. We said it was only 3,000 when Orin was above 6,000, and it brought him down to 250, so...
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. Like, sometimes this seems like it can do more. And it seems like it's on a pretty big range of spectrum. Probably a dice roll involved, I imagine.
Yeah. Or you
which is great, right? That's always what you're looking forward to.
Nope, that's not so bad.
This dice roll was way better than the other one. Because yeah, one went from 6,800 to 250. That one only brought him down to 28.
No, he was only at 4,000 before.
Oh, okay.
That was actually pretty consistent.
I thought he was at 6,000 before. My apologies.
This guy's gotten like 15,000 health back though while I've been trying to fucking heal.
Heal? Yeah, and just keep going.
Well, I haven't really been doing damage this whole time because I've been trying to not die.
It's okay, we got the music right. Consider that like hours of your life at this point is now going to be invested in just listening to this song when you're playing this.
Basically.
Yeah. Oh, lightning eyes. By the way, am I to assume, based on everything I can see, that this is where the Blitzball Arena used to be?
This is what?
Where the Blitzball Arena used to be? Kind of looks like it.
Yeah, I think so.
With the arena, yeah.
I think that's supposed to be the idea.
Because yeah, you can see like Coliseum type seating right around.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the most fitting place for father to fight son. Yeah.
Yeah, the arena that they never got to play each other in.
If only you had to play a game of Blitzball instead of fight him.
I mean, I would win that. I'm really good at Blitzball.
Show him your mastery of the Jack shot, the ultimate Jack shot. Instead, he's showing you his mastery of a new form.
I mean, he's...
You're the Omega Ultimate Universe Ender.
You go fuck yourself, Jack shot? Yeah.
It's just a black hole.
Black hole!
Yeah, you just named a black hole. Yeah. We know he's still under 50% though, because he would an ultimate check shot if he wasn't.
He actually had gotten back above it, but...
No. So maybe it activates, regardless of if he goes below, and then he can get to higher and still use. That would be lame, because then he could just own you.
Yeah, that would be really lame, wouldn't it?
Burner. Wait, is that the thing?
What?
Has this been a bid the whole time?
What?
Do you have to lose this fight?
No.
Okay. I was sitting there like, do you have to like wait until he gets to a point where this is so powerful that it kills you or something? Or there's like a state.
I would have let myself die already if that was actually happening.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
I wouldn't waste 45 minutes of
just,
everyone's time.
I was like, is this that you have to kill him, or is that you have to survive? You just have to last long enough.
No, like you actually kill him.
Sorry, you were being coy with my response, or with the way I was.
No, I was just confused.
What, the black hole attack?
Oh no, I was laughing because like every time you say black hole, it makes me think of the Brad Shoemaker black hole. But you know.
Switch with Steve. Okay, you brought Yuna out. We got Oron, we got Riku.
Yeah.
Some switches. Some white magic going. Mental break. That's the talk, right? Yeah.
No, that talk is its own command. Mental break makes them weaker to.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to decide because mental break will make them take more magic damage, but I wasn't sure if it was worth Orin because Orin wouldn't be able to quick hit and use that at the same time, right?
Is there any way you can like debuff him, like make it so that he like?
Yeah, but they don't
doesn't
last
charge
long
his
enough.
ultimate as quick.
Nope. Not without killing
something?
the Pagodas, which is not worth it as we have discovered.
And you can't like nullify them, like make them not cast their spells, make them useless,
No,
make
I
them
can't.
magic harp them.
Unfortunately.
Damn.
Would that I could, Mr. Power.
Because that would be useful.
That would be very useful.
Just counterspell them or whatever that, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Silence, that's the word I'm looking for. That's the magic term.
Yeah. I'm starting to run out of Mega Potions, though.
Indeed.
It's a little bit
That's the question. Can you Mega Potion the grind here? What do you have for Mega Potions?
Like 5 or 6 left. I don't have that much.
Oh, shit.
But everyone's almost got their overdrive meters back. Because those are things you can't buy. You have to pick them up. So. Yeah.
Oh, so we couldn't even replenish that? But we could replenish other potions.
Yeah, I replenished every other potion I have. It's just that not all of them are good enough to be like worth it.
Not to be useful in this,
Yeah,
this
exactly.
context. It's still you'd still use them, but
Yeah, but it's
not
like
easy
we can have damage some of these potions.
But hopefully we're high enough level to do this.
Oh, we are.
I
I wonder if she survives, she defends here. I'll see if that does anything. Because if Riku stays up too, that just saves me so much difficulty.
Yeah, because like it just he does like 4,000 damage, right? Just on, well, it's, like we don't know the exact number, but it's
yeah, but if
4,000 something.
I don't know if
the defend makes it so that she takes just under 4,000, she's fine.
Yeah. And then I don't have to waste nearly as much time. Like, because the problem I run into is that Phoenix Downs only bring you back up to half,
gets ults
unless
so
Riku
fast,
uses them. But Riku can't use it on herself, which is down, right? So it's
Overdrives.
like I have to then heal afterwards. Nope, that didn't work.
Oh wow! See, that one did 5,000. I did more. Thanks for defending.
Well, we weren't paying attention to how much. Like, it might, one, not do anything for her, and two.
Oh, we weren't seeing how much it did to her before.
Yeah, because it was like
she might have taken more because of weaker defenses. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
almost an hour into this boss fight, by the way. We're gonna have to possibly end up restarting share play, and we started the boss fight at the fucking holy shit.
I know. This will be an extended episode.
I mean, yes.
But it's only if it's done. I don't wanna jinx you. I knock on knee.
Yeah.
Cock. No, that's no. Never mind. That's so kind of the letters and the. Never mind. What are they called? Like DARPA. What is that? What do they call those again? Acronyms.
Oh yeah. You know what?
Oron.
I'm doing it.
Oh shit! He's gonna give the Ron McDonald play. He's gonna hope. He's gonna dream.
Here's the move.
He's gonna go for the move. It's McDouble time. If you were to order at McDonald's, since you've never been there, what do you think you would eat? Do you like chicken?
I've never been there. I just choose not to as an adult. I always got nugs.
Their chicken, in my opinion, is their best. Yeah, their nugs. Their nugs are their best.
But Wendy's have better nugs, so why would I ever go with them?
Well, Wendy's has strips, not nugs.
No, Wendy's has nugs.
Really? Yeah. Wendy's here only has chicken strips.
Okay, you know what I'm doing? I'm eating every fucking penny I
Max.
have.
Yes. 6108. Let's see it. All right, Ron McDonald and your little adorable bear, the Hamburglar. Oh man, that one was bad. I think we made that one before though.
Come on, McDonald.
Or maybe we didn't.
Bring me to life. I don't actually know if this is an instant kill. I've read that like briefly. I never used to pick this guy up.
It could be.
Yep. We're going all in, Ryan.
This is the big dick play here.
This is the biggest dick play.
I'm sure you get your money back if you die.
I mean, yes.
How much?
Did it work? Yeah!
Woo! Ron McDonald takes it home.
Oh man!
In the long extended
I probably
episode,
didn't need to give
share play for this cutscene.
So there's a thing. There will be a moment to restart share play, I promise. So there's technically another boss fight.
What we've learned is that the surfer dude totally his weakness is totally McDonald's.
Yeah.
That doesn't shock me.
Yeah. So there's technically another boss fight, but it's impossible to die on. So I'm not worried about it.
It's not really a fight. That's not no.
I mean, it is. You still have to like do all the things, but.
Yes, but like yeah, that's not a challenge.
I dumped all of my money. No, it's not a challenge. It's for narrative reasons. Like, it makes sense.
How fitting, Ron McDonald. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that though. I'm pretty sure. I thought the Wendy's here only has strips, man. That's all I've ever seen.
Okay. No, they have nugs. Maybe. I don't know. I eat nugs all the time.
See, the McDonald's chicken nuggets, I feel like, are distinct tasting. Same with their fries.
Yeah, but I don't think
they have
they're
a
as good as
distinct
Wendy's
menu.
And like,
I've never had those, so I don't think they're as good as Wendy's chicken strips, but
you always cry.
So does McDonald's. They have sweet and sour sauce.
Yeah, but they also have Frosty there if you want to dip it in that.
They have ice cream and
Frosties are different.
Blizzard or whatever.
I hate you, Dad.
Yeah, Frosties are rad.
You're not my real
I hate
dad.
You, Dad. He says, crying in his arms.
Well,
so we're gonna have to pause this.
Yeah, but
we had a share plans in 5 minutes. We should end on "I hate you, Dad."
No,
I like that.
I don't think that this part of the cutscene's that long.
Oh, sorry. I thought. Okay, that's what I was curious of.
We've got a job to
Actually,
don't we?
I'm gonna.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, because this one's not pausable. So fuck.
Good.
Oh no.
That's right. You are my son, after all.
After all these years, you've beaten Kingdom Hearts,
You know,
Final Fantasy
For the
X.
first time, I'm glad.
Yeah, there's not very many
Hey,
that like this.
congratulations, by the way, Kyle. Congratulations, Ron,
Fine.
McDon. Anyway,
I feel like a little bit bittersweet about doing that, but
I should.
it was great.
No.
Best time
I think I
ever.
put enough time into the fight.
There's no time.
You earned your due in that silly grind that he was just looping you with ults. Oh no.
You stay away!
You know what to do. The Aeons.
That's why he talks to the floating orb as if it's.
I like how he says, "You know what to do." When we had this, we've made up a plan that Jack was not at,
Call us!
and then he's like,
Oh,
"Oh, I'm
there's
in on
that
the
faith
plan."
boy who told you that you're a dream.
Yeah.
He's gone. Now all the energy has
So,
left
yeah,
you, and
we've
you will
just
be one
beaten
away.
Sin, but the problem is that you Yevon's like, "I'm gonna fuck you guys up, motherfuckers. Like, I can just do this again. I don't give a fuck." Okay, Jack just got sent though, so that's good.
Later, Jacked. Was Jacked ever there? We'll
Well,
never know.
we do because there's this big ass fucking sword, which is bigger than our bodies.
Hey, I don't know. That didn't say anything jacked for me from that sword. As far as I'm concerned, that's Braska's final Aeon sword.
Right, my bad.
Here it comes!
Okay.
There it
I think
goes.
we're gonna be okay on the 3-minute thing.
Into the store. Or sorry, into the sword. Store? I don't know. The screen is exceptionally white. Oh my god, anime. That's the sword. Is it all in this sword?
We're
Is
on.
everything
We're
just
fighting
this
on the
weapon?
sword. Oh, I forgot about that.
What? Whoosh.
So yeah, I wouldn't normally pull that shit out, but the alternative was do more of a grind.
That was great. That was great. Great usage. You beat the first form twice. You died already. You put your time in, Kyle.
Yeah. When we're an hour in,
Yuna, let's. What?
like when we're an hour in. Okay, here we go.
Oh.
So we're gonna take a quick break to restart SharePlay, and we will be right back, everybody. We're
Yeah.
back. Hey, everybody. We're
And
standing.
we're pretty close to done, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
20 or 30 or so. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Summoning Carl. We need to summon an Aeon to do some bullshit with you, Yevon.
So do we need to summon multiple Aeons or just one here?
We do have to summon multiple Aeons, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I figured with the list that maybe we have to pick who goes in what order.
We do, but the order doesn't really matter. It's just like, hey. Orin's health bar has gone back down to its usual amount. Oh, maybe it hasn't. I actually can't tell if we just didn't full heal him.
Started
But
with
you
King
haven't
Berg.
just. Well, no, we started with. No, that's not Kingberg. That's Carl.
Oh, Carl, sorry.
But-
yeah, Carl.
So we're just gonna make
Little Carl.
100% sure. Oh no, that is his full health bar. Okay. So Steve, get out here. Strike me down. Oh fuck, he flies. That's right. Fine then. Fuck you.
Uraga.
He is dead. Good thing we never put that much health into him. Maybe you can die at this part. I actually don't remember because I don't see the auto life things above us.
Yeah, you assumed you couldn't. For the record, coming into
I
this,
did.
You couldn't die.
We're not going to because I'm pretty sure they actually carry their real health bars.
Shadows never die.
Shadows die twice.
So you're just
right?
gonna go in order? You know, does it actually matter what
Nope,
order
not
you
at
put
all.
them in?
I just.
Okay.
This seems fitting, right? Like.
You're just gonna check them off the list.
Yeah.
Next is up is one and only founder of Wendy's,
Mr. Dave Thomas.
Wrong. My dogs are better according to Kyle.
Dogs are better. Oh no, she does have the thing. Okay. You see, like, there's like a little halo above everybody. Possessed by you, Yevon. Fuck you, Yevon. So yeah, they have auto life. If they die, they instantly re-come back. There are like ways to get that as a thing, but it's like pretty hard to do. I'm just gonna make. Yeah, it doesn't show as like a. No, it does. Okay, I just looked at a health potion before. Yeah, so it's impossible to die here. But in order to save us all a giant fucking waste of time headache. Here we go.
Impossible to die. Okay, so the pillars are still alive, is essentially what's happening, and he's turning all your summons against you.
Yes. Extinguish
Because
me.
apparently no one's allowed to have Aeon. Is that what the plot is? With great power comes great
Yeah, I don't actually
responsibility.
remember why
but absolute
this
power
is supposed
corrupts
to work.
absolutely.
I don't remember what the idea is. Like, because we could have just summoned nothing and he shouldn't have been able to do anything, but instead we decided that we're killing all of our Aeons.
Yeah, it's that maybe you have to. You know,
Yeah,
the
I just can't
sacrifice
remember.
of magic. The only way this works is if there's nothing. But magic.
So
but
this is
magic,
Terminator
maybe,
2.
I don't know. Yeah.
Little Caesar.
Actually, Kyle, I'm pretty sure this is Paj-anime. Anyway.
Dude, say what you will about Little Caesar, but every time I walked in there, he was always hot and ready. Ready to fight.
Yeah, that's true. Have you ever not had hot and or have you? I remember one time I made a great mistake with my roommate. He gave me like we were really messed up. Like by that I mean high on weed, marijuana. And we went to Little Caesars and he gave me his debit card. He's like, you should just go in and get like he just jokingly said like a bunch of pizzas. He's like 4 large pizzas, and I was like, what? And he's like 2 breadsticks. So that's what I did. I didn't think he was kidding. He was realistically only wanting me to get 2, but he was just like, you know what I mean? Like, just get them. And then I came back with 4 large pizzas, like extra larges or whatever.
And he was like,
he
what
just
the
looks
fuck?
at me. He's like, how are we gonna eat all that? It's hot and ready, right? Also, it wasn't hot and ready because like they had to cook that, right? Because it's like, what? We don't have that.
Yeah, of course.
What are you doing? Like, we have like a bunch of mediums here. I just came in and waited
End
for
it
4
right
hot. It was a
here.
bad idea. Anyway. And like Little Caesar's pizza is like the worst reheated.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like one of the
oh
worst
yeah, you're
pizzas,
better
like,
off just
reheated.
eating it like room
Like
temp.
that's why you want to get like whatever you get, you want to eat, right?
Yes.
So if you can eat a medium pizza of that, that's what you get. That's your dinner, right? Like in a sitting. Because like the moment, like it's marginally okay cold, but it's not like most pizza joints are good cold. It's only okay.
Like father,
All right.
like daughter. I actually also
Oh,
really
man,
like
right. We doubled up on Wendy's because that's Kyle's favorite chain.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we named Dave before we had
Isn't
that
it actually
idea.
your favorite chain?
It's up
the
there.
one you eat at most regularly? Yeah.
There and like we eat at Taco Bell a lot.
Okay, Dan.
Don't fucking judge me. I'll eat Taco Bell.
I've
whenever
only
I
had
want.
Taco Bell like 4 or 5 times. I'm not. It's fine. I could eat there more. I don't know. It's just there's one where we are. It's all the way on the other end of town. But like, I don't have that much of an affinity for Mexican fast
We
food.
talk about how like
I much prefer making Mexican at home.
how boss
Like I
these
much
things
prefer
look.
just buying ground beef. You know what I mean? And a taco kit.
Yeah. Can we talk about how rad
Shredding
these
up
things
some
fucking
cheese
look,
and lettuce.
dude? Once they
The pillars?
No,
Yeah.
fuck the pillars. The summons once they get infected.
Oh yeah. Once they get all
Please.
purpled,
Defeat me.
they look like Seymour did during that period when he turned into the Brasco's final Aeon. Or sorry, not Brasco's final Aeon.
Seymour with last Seymour. I
Yeah.
know what you mean.
See less.
Yeah, this thing's pretty fucking rad.
But anyway, later, Wendy, now be with your dad in the Faith world in space. Does this just end with Picard? We just turn into a space like a bunch of energy in Picard, just like huh.
Also, can we talk about
Yes,
how everybody's
acting up
just
today.
standing there watching?
Yeah.
Yuna?
All right, do it again.
Kingberg?
It's
I actually
like-
feel
it's a
bad
process,
doing
you
this to
know?
Kingberg. He was our boy.
He was the one we used the most.
Absolutely, he was the one we used the most.
He's the raddest. Ron McDon might have a really cool weapon and a great ability, and Ron McDon probably had the most MVP moment, but
Kingberg. To be fair, dude, Kingberg did like 20,000
Kingberg was the
damage.
MVP. MVP isn't determined by the best moment; it's determined by the most consistently
Yeah,
best
yeah.
moments. You don't need to have the best moment
And
to be MVP.
Kingberg
was
didn't fucking
clearly
drain
MVP.
our wallet to do it.
Which is also exactly. Which is also ironic since since Burger King is the worst out of all of these chains.
Yeah, well, we say excluding Carl's Jr. 'cause we don't
Objectively.
know anything about it.
Oh yeah, I've never eaten there. Carl's Jr. looks the worst based on visuals. 7 onion rings on a burger, covered in barbecue sauce, and 6 pieces of lettuce,
Soon.
and it's just all falling off the sides.
Eternal rest.
Like that. At a certain point, that's just a salad with buns in it. Like that's just a meat salad with buns in it. Like I don't even need a burger
God.
at that point. You might as well just give me a fork and
Alright,
knife.
I
You know
can't
what I mean? I'll eat this casserole. It's casserole burger.
It's a good
Oh,
thing
you can die. Oh no, you just come back.
everybody...
What is that?
It's not a life.
Why is a little? Why?
Okay, so all this is doing is wasting my fucking time now.
Hi.
Man, Kingberg is kind
Remember
of a
how
boss,
you
though.
said the adult versions of me were like the fairies from The Legend of Zelda? We're baby versions of those.
Those are creepy. I don't like those.
Yeah, those are creepy. I don't some Chucky doll something going on there that I don't know.
I wasn't into them.
Oh, I have finally fallen. There will be no more Whoppers for anyone. I rejoice at that moment.
I would too. Yuna looks so like bummed about this whole thing too. Alright. Ron McDon.
And
Thanks for coming in.
this one's going to be the hardest to get rid of.
No, it's just based off their health bars. Like Kingberg has the most
Oh,
health.
I know. I'm saying based on the thematic.
Oh, okay, you got you.
I will say though, the signature sandwich for McDonald's I think is the worst sandwich. I don't like them. Big Macs, I think they're gross.
Yeah. I thought you thought the Whoppers were the worst.
Like I don't eat any food at Burger King because I don't like the taste of their meat. I don't like reg meat that much at McDonald's.
Oh, but like if you had
I
a
can eat
Whopper
cheeseburger.
that was
I
like
can
made
eat
with a better burger,
a double cheese.
you would,
Yeah, I would be fine. Their buns and condiments aren't always the problem. It's just I don't think Burger King's meat tastes any good.
gotcha. So if you could have like,
But Big Mac uses sauce. I don't like. I like the Big Mac
okay,
buns. It's like
so
it has some
if
middle
I
bun.
lined up a Whopper and a Big Mac next to each other and I replaced the meat patties with like a standard meat patty, you would eat the Whopper first.
Yes, because the Big Mac has
Right.
this weird like 1,000
But if they're
sauce
lined
on
up
it
next
that
to
I
each other
just
and they have
hate.
their genuine meat in
And
there,
weird
which one
dehydrated
do
onions. Ugh. Huh?
Which one do you eat?
They're lined up next to each other on their own.
Yeah.
Neither.
you eat? You're dying. Which one do you eat?
I'm dying. Oh jeez. If I'm dying, I eat them both, and I just don't.
Well, which
think
one do you
about
eat
it.
first?
I mean, I'm not. If I'm dying, which one do I eat first? Probably the Big Mac.
Okay.
Because like I don't like the dehydrated onions or the sauce, but there's a lot of bun and lettuce in that, so I can like
Deal.
Whereas like with the Burger King, I'm instantly tasting something I don't like the whole time.
Yeah.
Just meat. It's, like I'll still eat the Burger King one if I'm dying.
This is the last time we fight together.
No, we did it.
Okay?
It's over already.
Proclamation, comma, question. Okay, and a lot of okays, will ya?
What I'm trying to say is,
This is it, right?
after we beat you, Yevon, I'll disappear.
Oh, this is his big reveal
What
moment.
are you talking about?
Blue eyes. I'm not.
This
I'm
music's
not.
pretty good,
Thanks
too.
for asking me that question, Lulu. Let me just stare at Yuna for a while. That's how I respond.
Because fucking, who cares about Lulu?
And then walk away.
This is his lover or whatever.
Man, well, Steve is the
saying goodbye.
master of social interactions.
Not now.
Oh, God.
I know it's
Not now,
selfish,
Kyle.
but this is my story.
No, it isn't.
I mean, he just made
It's
it
been
his
Yuna's story the whole time.
Do we still have auto
Apparently.
life on? God, I hope we still have auto life on.
This isn't done yet. Oh,
Yeah,
I thought
no,
that
we
was
still
it.
have auto
Sorry,
life.
I thought
I thought so too, actually. I had
we just
forgotten.
needed that dramatic part there where Lulu asked Steve an important question that he completely fucking ignored.
Well, like that was rhetorical. Like,
I mean, that's a very Steve moment. I mean, not really. She didn't know what was going on. She said, "What was going on?" And he said, "I'm going to make a sacrifice." That's all.
you said I was
She
just,
has no idea why. Remember, Yuna's the only one who has a remote idea. Everyone else thinks he's just a time traveler. Everyone else thinks he's Marty McFly.
Woo!
So no wonder you relate to Steve now, kid. What is this thing we're fighting?
This
Is
is
this the
you,
last
Yevon.
summon?
Does he?
Oh, you Yevon itself. Sorry, yeah.
Does he just fucking excuse you, sir?
Heal?
I'm not gonna let you
Did he
just
what?
well, fucking okay, fine. No, it's fine. You're gonna just fucking protect yourself with garbage. Fuck you.
Oh,
Yevon.
okay.
Yeah, go ahead and heal yourself now, dick. Tell me how this works out for you. Orin cuts you in fucking half.
Hate that little 8,000 health.
Thanks for the heals, dick.
Oh, so he just helps you.
Well, no, he was healing himself, and I hit him with I put a reflect.
Oh,
on
reflect
him,
rate.
yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I thought maybe this would be because you said you couldn't die. So for a second there, and I remember obviously we've seen the weird baby, the Kojima life resurrection thing.
Yeah.
Kojima babies.
Wink.
Let's give you the
Oh,
thumbs
I
up.
don't have any more summons left. That's cool. So Yuna's kind of useless.
Yeah, I know they're
now,
gone.
'cause-
That's why we needed to use them then.
Yeah.
So Ron McDon got his hit in while it was his last chance.
Yeah, no, it's just...
He went out
I
fighting.
mean, it makes sense, but it's just, you know... It's like, oh, right, that's a thing.
But throwing a grenade at it, that'll do it.
A potato masher.
Thank you. Is this meant to happen? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he finally healed himself.
Well, I have no way to stop that. But Kuraga he was using it as a counter. Like, instead of like a counter attack, it was a counter heal. And it was way more damage than I had any hope of doing. So it's like, okay, cool.
It's been a long recording day.
Yeah, it has been. We're 4.5 hours in, Ryan.
I know. I'm ready to eat.
Me too. Alex still hasn't left work yet, though, so we're good.
I know, we have time. Well, yes.
Halos make them look a little more
we are
ridiculous.
seeing this through to its conclusion.
Yeah. The Halos make them look a little
We
bit
should be
ridiculous.
ready to go here.
But considering it's a status effect, I can't really give them a hard time. And I really needed it because I would have died otherwise. Wait, what the fuck was that?
Both you, Paragon, stop.
No, he got his fucking... Yuna, get out here. The Pagodas, hit him with...
Stop moving, yeah.
No, not that. They undid my reflect.
Oh. Yeah, they silenced it. They shut it
Yeah,
off.
fuck that. That's not supposed to happen.
What did? You're gonna lose Yuna and Steve.
I'm gonna lose everybody. And they're all gonna come back. Oh, wow. Nope. Okay, I guess that doesn't kill. That's the only explanation I have for that, because...
Well, you said that these are kind of like, you don't think these are full-on boss fights. Like, you don't think you can lose them.
I can't lose this. It's just, but like, you know, it's annoying to have to sit through that animation of the summon every time.
Up, L1, down, R1, left, right, triangle.
Nailed it. I'm glad I didn't
Trying to
use
say
that
it
for a
just as you
sync,
hit
because
it.
goddamn, did you miss
Yeah.
every single one.
Alexa up, Alexa down, Alexa left.
Alexa, Skyrim. Eat all the cheese.
Okay, that should kill it, right?
No, he has 20, he has
He'll just heal you.
one shy of... Yeah, look at his health. He's got 100,000 health.
Oh, we're here for a bit.
Yeah.
Frickin' Square!
Oh, like,
This is a battle we can't lose, and we're just watching the numbers go down. Then this music isn't as good as the Rip and Boss music. This is okay.
oh, right.
Though. It's not awful.
I
This is
can't
good,
do that.
good orchestral.
That was my fault. I forgot to put reflect on him. So
Well-
I just had Yuna blow herself the fuck up.
You know what? You know what? I think I'm going to. You can keep going. I'll just be back in a second.
Really? Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to miss anything. It's still going to be a little bit of you getting through this,
Like-
right?
like-
You can't die.
yeah,
so
if it- like,
this
maybe
is just
a
an
minute.
exercise in game mechanics.
Like, this is probably only gonna take me
yeah,
a minute.
exactly a minute. That's good time.
Good. Ryan leaves in protest. Alright. I know this has been a bit of a long episode, everybody, but... You know... I learned a lot. It was a really hard fight. His boss is a dick. You hit me with some Ultima. Steve's gonna have to get picked. Oh, everyone's gonna have to get picked the fuck back up. Yeah, this part's a little bit tedious. Like, it's like I've already beaten the game at this point. I just have to progress to see the story. Like, okay, cool. I also wish that this would just pick me back up at full. I'm saying that you can actually have it as a status in the game, so maybe that's a little bit greedy to desire that when in the game that would actually make a difference, but right now it doesn't.
Is this meant just to be a parody of itself? Maybe the game's leaning in more than I thought. Oh man. Because like Yu Yevon, right? Is Yu Yevon a joke? Is that what this is supposed to mean? Because he's got all the ultimate abilities that all the bosses would have, except none of the finish.
Yeah.
Because you just come back.
Yeah, they never actually explain why everyone just has auto life on them either. Like, I just do.
Because the religion can't win it. It's metaphor.
Oh my god, you're right. Brilliant.
Sin can win, but Yu Yevon can't. Yu Yevon cheats. It wasn't actually winning this whole time. And then we're going to find out that Waka's sports team was manipulated. Yu Yevon was causing that. They won every round. They were the best.
Okay, I just won.
They were John Cena inbursts.
You Evan's dead, son.
Shit. Just like Disco, you Yevon's dead.
Oh, we beat Final Fantasy
I love how
X.
you Yevon's just like this Krang thing floating in the air later.
Yeah. Just had to move to the...
And then his very essence explodes. And
That sounded sexual when you said that.
his essence? Well, there was the orb, the essence of the man, of the creature. The essence of the... Oh, he's from the middle of that. I see. That makes sense. Oh, is it going to explode? He's just a weird alien statue that landed here a millennia ago. We'll never know, actually.
Shut the controller down.
He's faded into dust.
Oh.
He's white. You've also earned a trophy for
Eternal
beating
Calm.
the game. Hey, it's Dark Souls. No, it's Chocobo.
Yep. I think this is Besaid. Oh yeah, that's Besaid.
Yep.
I wonder if Yuna's suitcase is still there. Remember the one she left on the steps?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the Blitzball team.
It's over, yeah? Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Man, that's a pretty good clapping raw. You guys all do in perfect unison.
Yep.
These guys are actually robots. Shit,
Oh,
he's
it's
even doing
losing.
it over there.
He's not happy because
Even the Chocobo is jumping. The Chocobo senses that everything's better.
Yeah.
That one guy does, and he's just
Well,
staring
remember?
at the sky.
His friend died
Yeah.
because you decided
He has
to
to
kill
mourn
his friend.
instead. Hey, last I checked, we win.
We did. War can't be won without some
Salute.
sacrifice.
Salute. 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 Their helmets have weird eyeballs on them that freak me out. Like, that's meant to be their eyes, I think, but it just looks weird with sometimes. Like, their eyes are, like, piercing. This kind of reminds me of
Oh,
that
it's
N64
Dane.
anywhere. We just get where we get the camera spin around the world, so everyone's reaction. You know, or sorry, N64, I mean Ocarina of Time,
Yeah.
when you finally beat it.
Oh yeah, and they're all hanging out in Hyrule Field. That's a good one.
Back to the Kingdom Hearts music. That is the Final Fantasy music.
Yeah.
See? Just little connections like that, right? That make me wonder. Because it's not the Final Fantasy VII music they use in the opening
It's
Kingdom Hearts
almost like they
tutorial.
were
They use this music
Developed
specifically.
and published by the same game studio or something.
But so are all these other Cloud games, and they don't have that many connections. They just have characters.
Yeah.
This one shares characters and like thematic and visual connections. You know what I mean? In weird ways.
Yeah, I'm not really sure because I haven't played Kingdom Hearts yet.
I don't know. I'd bet you if I were to dig, there'd be fan theories that something's. I have a thought that I'm not going to tell you until after we play Kingdom Hearts 2, or until we get to a certain point in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay. Yeah, we fucked up. Like, all the Faith are done, I guess. Look at this guy. Okay, so yeah, these are all the statues.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see most of them because we weren't allowed inside.
They have now been released, and they are now all sent. And now they will only leave scars on the world of what was.
They look pretty rad, though.
Yep. That's very
Look at this guy.
that's very, like I said, very Greek mythology. That's what that stuff that reminds me of. Both them being there and then them being released. Your soul is finally at rest. And there he goes. But Steve goes with them. It's time for Steve to vanquish.
Skedaddle.
Is he going to say something obvious about it? Well, it's been fun. See you next time. Just looks at the camera. Oh, she's happy.
No, she's sending
She
something.
is. Oh, that's right, yeah. She's doing yoga. What are you talking about? I know yoga. No, I'm kidding. Oh, yes, right. He needs to leave. He's no
Don't
longer
stop.
connected to any of this.
But I...
Don't stop. We get
It's all right.
a real quiet version of Orin's music.
Everyone's pretty quiet considering everything that just happened.
Well, they're gonna lose their friends.
But you know this group, they don't really talk much. They just listen to Yuna and Steve talk.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not wrong.
Not really.
Oron's done listening.
It's been long enough.
I agree. Nice exit of Oron. Good music. Just gets a guile exit.
Yep.
I don't need to talk about this shit. Too fucking
This
cool for that.
It's your world now.
See ya, pussies. Just like.
Oh, you should have thrown Steve the sunglasses.
That would have been pretty rad. But Steve's not going to be here much longer either, so.
See, that's what Kojima would have done.
Oh, yeah. But dude, like, this was the year that Metal Gear Solid 2 came out? Kojima
Yeah.
was busy tricking everybody. Raiden.
Oh, the host game screen is not
Oh,
displayed.
what? Oh, I'm so sorry, dude.
I don't know what's happening.
Yuna's
over.
hanging out in space with all of the Aeons.
Is it music? Is that why?
I hope so.
Is there music going on? Like that sounds. Does it seem like a trailer?
No, I think they might just be blocking this part of the scene.
Well, much like the ending to Final, I'll never know what happens at the end of the game, unless it gives us control back. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never getting control back. I just don't know if. Okay.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm like, unless it lets me see,
Yeah.
because if it will, it'll just transition to that. So,
Yeah, that's a
Cool.
bummer.
see, that's the thing about this feature. That's the only problem with this is we don't know.
When
This
this
will
is gonna
happen
just
a lot in
happen.
Kingdom Hearts. It just happens with everything. If they're just like, you can't see the end of story stuff. The last time it happened was because
Because of music.
of
A copyrighted
yeah.
song. Yeah.
This one might be the same.
No, it doesn't seem to be song related.
And do you think they don't want people to see the end of the game?
I guess.
What? That doesn't make any sense. Then why would you be share playing the rest of it?
I don't know.
It's so dumb.
What a
Listen,
bit of a
I
wet
know
fart
we've
way
been
to
critical
end
of
the
this based
series.
on the uniqueness of our situation. I'm wanting to do this, but we had a conversation about this during this feature about the fact that they think they're not. It's like, well, we want you to play that, get paid at yourself, and see it. It's like, you're not going to get me. You're never going to get me. I don't want to play your game. I just want to see it.
Yeah.
And I'm playing with a friend who happens to have bought it. And in the old days, all I had to do was go to his house to do that. And you didn't care. So why do you care now? Just because I can't go to his house because we live in different parts of the world?
I'm sorry I couldn't show you Xanarkin.
Come on, the JRPGs are the worst for this. Like, I feel like you didn't encounter any of this in Uncharted, right?
No, it's
none.
literally zero. Yeah.
They don't care. They show the story. Those are narrative-based games.
Goodbye.
Like, come on, guys. Only one person at a time can link up to a shared play. Is it really that big of a deal?
Yeah.
That's no different than a friend lending a game, even. You know what I mean?
Not only that,
At a
but
certain
like,
point.
I can record this and put it on the internet. You know, that thing that we're doing.
We put can in quotes because obviously there's still lots of battles that go off and on about some of that. But yes, I
Yeah.
totally know what you're saying. This is still blocked, by the way.
Oh, I know.
So I
Well,
don't know how far this is going to go. This is pretty long.
I think it's,
figured this would be
it's
quicker than this.
probably, like,
Right to the end?
yeah, probably.
Oh, that's dumb. We might just have to screen share on PC from now on, I think. 'Cause that might be the
We'll
only way
figure
we
out a
can
way
do
to
this.
do it, yeah.
We might have to, because there's no way we're going to be able to do Kingdom Hearts now that I think about it. With this, because like, well, I've seen it. That's the only difference is I've seen it, but like,
Yeah.
there's stuff I haven't seen, right? From like Rechain of Memories and stuff. So I'm just like, man, if they're just gonna block everything at a certain point, it's like, or everything big. Like they didn't block any other narrative stuff until this point, right? The only other blockage we had was the music related one. So
Yeah, which I actually gave them a pass on, because it's like, alright.
yeah, I thought that was okay, and I thought we had Googled. I remember seeing that there wasn't
Yeah,
much
I
else.
thought it wasn't
so.
supposed to, I guess. Yeah.
So
Well, at least you will be able to see it when I upload it. And you can still see it like weeks before everybody else, but...
I have no thoughts on the end of Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, yeah.
There was a boss fight.
There certainly
And-
was.
Characters didn't really have conversations after the fact. That was pretty lame. It was just like, we just finished the game, and then everyone just looked around at each other, and then Steve said a couple of proclamations, and then Orem left. And then I couldn't see anymore, so
Yep.
I feel like that's a better fitting end for me for Final Fantasy X, this blocked scene, than anything else could be.
Yeah.
This is where it ends for me, Square.
Yeah. Hey, Braska. Hey, Orin. Jacked.
I mean,
Oh, I could just totally mess with you and just be like saying things that aren't happening, and you have no idea. I didn't though. It'll bring you back in for the credits, I'm sure.
yeah. I mean, you can
You
say
can't see this one,
you
can
can say
you?
plot stuff. I don't care at this point.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, at this point, my interest is gone from figuring. No, they showed enough. I know. I have an idea of what's happening. I mean, Sin is dead. You won.
Yeah. Everybody.
You killed Xanarkin and all that old universe, and
Yeah.
likely Steve has to leave as well. On top
Oh yeah.
of Boron.
Steve's gone. Steve is
like-
super gone now.
Yeah, they're dead. They're all really dead this time, in non quotes.
Yeah.
They're narratively no longer in existence.
So yeah, like all the Yuna was like hanging out with all the summons as they like disappeared into the ether, and then we were like all standing on top of the ship, and Steve was like standing there like sort of starting to disappear, and Yuna ran towards him and just like tried to dive into his arms, but she phased through him.
Everyone.
And then she's like,
So
"I
Steve
love
just
you."
disappears. She can't even
He's
hug
like,
him.
sorry.
Okay, of course she
No,
says
well,
that.
he gives her like a hug, but like
Everyone
you
here
know they're not touching
has
because
lost
he's
homes,
disappearing.
dreams.
And then he just runs and jumps off of the airship. And as he's
I'm
falling,
surprised he didn't just
sees-
look at her and said, "I have to go now."
He
or,
did say
"I'm
that.
leaving."
Everybody,
He
Oh,
did
of
say
course he did.
that.
Even when his love interest
Sin is finally
professes
dead.
his love, Steve still makes a proclamation.
now.
Yeah.
That's just
Here
what he
is ours
does.
again.
That's you cannot not be Sonic when you are Sonic.
Yeah.
Working
I
together.
proclaim that there's a big ship.
Now we can
All
make
right.
new homes
I
for
proclaim
ourselves
that this ending was kind of a wet
and
fart.
new dreams.
But only because of that. The actual ending's pretty good. Yeah, he,
Oh
jump,
yes,
he jumps off the ship.
I don't mean to be ultra dismissive to Square on this ending. These blocks and things are real fun.
Yeah, you just obviously can't see it. But yeah,
Together,
Steve
We
dives off
to
the
go through this
ship.
before, and I watched. I might. I'll probably watch it, but I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah.
He dives off the
the
ship.
road
He
is
dives off the
Jumps.
ship, dives past
So
like
let's start out
the spiritual
today.
bodies of Braska, Orin, and Jekt, and he gives Jekt a high five. And now Yuna's standing in like the Blitzball Stadium telling everyone that everything's gonna be okay, because Sin's gone forever now. And everyone who's not dead's like, hey Yuna!
Just one more
So it's just
thing.
a reunion.
Yeah, well she's like addressing the people of Spira.
And then eventually it ends with a beach party where they all eat food, right?
She's like,
Game
we've
of casual
lost some
blitzball gets
people,
played.
let's remember them.
No dreams that are
Let's put statues up for them.
Yep.
Pillars, or, let's
Oh
start a new
good, here's a
religion.
quick recap of her life flash before her eyes, and we got that underwater date scene again.
Oh god. Well, maybe that's why it's blocked. It's because they include that very briefly. So it's like, no, just
Hashtag
block
pool
it all.
life. Hashtag pool life, Ryan.
Man. Still nothing. This is kind of ridiculous.
Yep. Watching a block.
Like, look how long this is. At what point is this, like, this is the thing, right?
Oh wait, we've made
In
it
a
to the credits
realistic
and you still
setting,
can't
not
see.
this.
Oh, now
in
it's
a
because that
realistic
fucking
setting.
song is playing again. This
In
is
a realistic setting, not this. I'm kind of curious who they expect to wait through this. Because literally it says on the thing, wait until the block scene is finished.
Yeah.
That's what it, that's
Yeah, if we were
at
like
least
streaming
advice
this out
for
to
me.
the universe, our viewership is gone.
No,
They're
screw
now
streaming
playing-
it out. I'm talking about a personal customer who's trying to use this feature for its intended purpose with this.
Yeah.
What is the point of including the feature? Like, obviously, from a Sony perspective, they say they allow developers to do whatever they want with this.
Yeah.
But, they can block or not block at their own discretion. But from a developer perspective, just block the whole feature then. We would have known then from the start. You know what I mean? There's no point then in doing it. Like, they don't. That's a dumb way to do that.
Yeah.
And like, they're also obtuse about it, right? It's one of those things where when we try to find information on what scenes are blocked, Square doesn't give us that information. It's almost like they don't want you using SharePlay, but they don't want to say that. It's like, this is a dumb game. Stop playing this game with us. I'm not saying Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like,
The game of
the
like,
game
cat and
of
mouse.
whether we can watch it or not via a service like this.
Yeah, it's
It also even gets more ridiculous when we're dealing with games like this that are old.
Yeah.
Because it's like, man, don't want to spoil for you this moment that happened in this 12-year-old or this even more than that
17-year-old
17-year-old game.
Yeah. If it makes you feel any better,
Get
we're
outta
just in the
here.
credits now. and the only reason that's
Oh,
blocked is because of the song.
No, I'm just saying that
Yeah.
it's still silly.
So-
It's a silly thing to happen.
Yeah.
So how do we want to end this, Kyle? I don't know.
Usually,
I mean,
when,
for me, it ended with an error message. So, well, don't we? Actually, there's an error message, but there's a bunch of jumping PS
the little
avatars
happy
with
guys.
the smiles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy. I'm real happy right now.
Yeah, I can see.
I actually am because I'm done Final Fantasy X. Thanks, guys.
Damn, son. So,
Paj-anime presents share play error.
so Ryan, what are your thoughts on Final Fantasy X?
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not that anime. It's not really. It's one of their least anime.
It's pretty anime.
I'd say. Nah, I mean, in aesthetic, the story's pretty simple. The story's not like the moment was like Steve's a dream, but even then, it's like sort of like that. That's not that. Obviously, I called that pretty early. So, like, if that's supposed to be a big twist, that obviously didn't play on me because I called it like 3 episodes or whatever. It's
But
pretty
before you
early.
said certain thing, he was a dream. It was a while. You said he doesn't exist.
But I was on the same. There was something going on, and I'd instantly. They thought they were putting subtle clues in that I picked up on pretty quickly. That I was like,
I
okay,
was
there's something
genuinely
happening.
surprised because there are some like there are some parts before it happens that I found.
Keep in mind, like I'm
But
I'm a thriller fan, so
Yeah.
I'm always on the lookout for these things. Usually, if I miss them, I will shout out that I missed them, especially if they're more obvious. But like the little things with the camera and the perspective in the flashback scenes instantly for me were just like, what? The way this is presented is not, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, other than that, plot-wise, everything was like.
Waka was John
like,
DiMaggio, and Kamari. That's not as surprising. John fucking DiMaggio. I had no idea.
Yeah, he does a good Joker in Batman Under the Red Hood.
Yeah.
Anyway, other than that, like, it's tough to like criticize the plot from like a perspective of like plot holes because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that they intentionally leave out. Like again, they choose their method is to choose not to explore just enough so that even if you have questions, they're not. You have those questions because of your own interest in the lore. You don't have those questions because they've left holes that are unanswered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's more like it's one of the more straightforward Final Fantasy plots that I've ever actually played. Like completely from start to finish.
Yeah.
Like even ignoring the Steve stuff, there's not a lot of. It's just like here's Yuna's adventure, and then when you get to the end, we're just gonna do a bunch of wrap up. Like it's very well. It's paced way. Like I don't know. I'm surprised with all the. Like I've heard a lot of like, oh, it's kind of a bullshit story, and I'm like, what? It seems like it doesn't seem necessarily. It's not like revolutionary. It doesn't do anything that like wowed me to a degree, right? Story wise, but it's also not. It's all there. Like it's a pretty basic start to finish story. I don't know. But like character wise, there's some characters in there. Like Orin was a pretty interesting character, if unexplored. Orin is a Boba Fett like.
Yeah.
That's for
Orin's-
sure.
Yeah. A lot of people
or
like
what's her name from? Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people like Boba Fett. That didn't mean Boba Fett got objectively. Boba Fett wasn't really a character in any movie.
No,
Like what does he have? Like 8 lines of dialogue. Oron's got what? 15, 20? Like
Orin talks a little more
like
than that,
it's
but
kind of the same
yeah.
thing.
He's
But that's
mysterious.
even if you say 50. Even if you say, well, what if it's 50? The difference is that Boba Fett has 3 lines in a movie that's 2 hours, Orin has 50 lines in a movie that's
40.
Or sorry, in a game that's 40, right? Like it's still relatively the same thing. It's a low percentage of scenes focused on that character.
Yeah.
Like Seymour probably. I feel like if you were to rank the characters who say the most, do the most, and are most involved in the plot, Yuna and Steve are up there, and then it starts to get to other characters who aren't party members before it gets to party members, like Seymour. Even Jack gets more. I feel like Jack gets more screen time due to the flashbacks than Orin. Orin doesn't start getting.
Well, Orin's in
involved the
most of those
flashbacks till
flashbacks with Jax.
but only way. But he was in a lot of them way later. Like we started to see real flashbacks of Orin. Remember, there's that moment where we finally see young Orin flashback, and it was like, and you were like, hey, this is young Orin, and he used to be. Well, they made the big reveal that he was the guardian. He was a guardian as well.
That was always.
And that him and Jack went with Braska, and that Jack obviously then decided to choose to do the final summoning thing.
Are you still blocked, by the way? Because I'm watching a Death Stranding trailer.
Oh yeah.
Steve is
Absolutely.
like in a fetus or some like utero thing.
Absolutely, it won't show me anything.
I don't think I've seen this cutscene
They've
before.
decided that after enduring all these
Oh,
hours
no,
with
okay.
you that I'm not worthy to
No,
see
that was
the
nothing.
ending.
He just swam, and then it was just like Final Fantasy X
yeah.
remastered.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think of other thoughts on it. I didn't think Yuna was that. Oh, there we go. I'm back. I get to see the end. Thanks, Square. Thanks. That's the end. According to them, I've seen it all.
You certainly have.
Like, that's what they're saying right now. What you just saw is not canon. Is actually what I'm determining. Everything that I saw was canon. Everything you saw was bullshit. That's what Square Enix has just said.
Oh, now we're back into this. Yep.
Yeah, now we're in the title sequence. Yep. I didn't think Yuna was that great of a character.
No.
Like, I did not come away from that excited for a Yuna-focused sequel.
No.
That if anything, I came away from that going, oh, a Yuna-focused sequel? I'm going to be over here playing another franchise. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Square. But gameplay-wise, I thought it was one of their best.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the conflict there. There was a lot of good boss designs. The final boss had some cool music. There's a lot of good nuanced boss fights that even though I wasn't playing, I could see that there's tactics there. If you make a mistake or don't remember to do things there's a lot of order management and like not only making sure you're doing things in the right order, but like especially on some of the later bosses, like making sure that you don't mess one thing up, like you keep that flow going, otherwise like on top of trying to kill them, right? Otherwise they could wreck you, which is interesting.
Yep.
It's kind of hard for me to judge the pacing because of that, because I felt like I actually feel like this is worse paced than previous Square games, because some of the pacing was too fast and some of the pacing was too slow.
I agree with that.
Like I felt like their response to that was like, we're gonna do these serious boss rushes, but then they made those boss rushes too extended and too long sometimes. So then it created sequences that felt like they were really fast, really action focused, and then sequences that felt like they were really long. So you were either feeling one extreme or the other, and you're just like, man, there's a line, you got a curve, you know?
Yep.
But still interesting. Still an interesting game.
Yep. Yeah, you'll
some good moments. There's a couple of moments I liked. You getting one punched by some enemies was fun. Oron's animation when he knocks enemies out. Like, there's a lot of good gameplay moments.
Yeah.
Narratively, it's generally more visual moments. I don't know. There was a couple of good lines from Sid. Narrative, like conceptually, that some of the airship stuff was cool. But again, that's more of a visual thing, right?
Yeah.
So,
well,
even if what you were doing in the game was cool, so
Ryan,
yeah.
we beat Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X. That's the first Paj-anime.
We did. So Steve just disappeared, right? There was no other big plot reveals.
Yeah, no. Like Yuna went and addressed everybody.
So literally the plot. Yeah. So there was no.
She was just like, hey.
Compared to even Final Fantasy 7 or 8, 7 or 8 are way more convoluted in my opinion. Than this.
I'll have to take your word for it.
Like even 4. Like most Final Fantasies are more convoluted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe they're not as convoluted as they are nowadays, I guess, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like post Kingdom Hearts, Square became a different company, didn't they?
Yeah, probably. Well, you mean like Square Enix instead of Squaresoft?
Maybe they were a little more.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, maybe they became a little more convoluted. They became a little more, hey, we're anime.
Yep.
Not just a little, a lot.
Well,
anyway.
That's Paj-anime.
That was the first Paj-anime. We'll be back with Paj-anime Kingdom Hearts when we get to that, which will be soon.
Yeah.
Relatively
soon. We might have
soon.
to figure out a way for Ryan to be able
I can't give you an exact date, but
no. Well, we don't even know what date this episode.
Yeah, we might start doing the PC screen share because I want to show Kyle all the ridiculous stuff in that story. And while he'll see it, I'd like to be able to see it and react.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer when you can't.
I mean, listen, apparently it was a 20-minute nothing ending anyway.
Yeah, it was just like all right, like we spent 40 hours with these characters. Let's see them off. That's basically it. But thanks for joining us, everybody.
I mean, but then the question became, did we really spend 4 hours with some of these characters, or did we kind of spend like 6 minutes with 3 or 4 of them and 30 hours with Yuna?
That's which ones did we send off, Ryan? We sent off Steve and Oren.
That's true. That's true.
And even if we didn't spend a lot of narrative time with Oren, we spent a lot of combat time with Oren because he's like the best.
That's true. Then there was Kamari, Waka, Lulu, Riku.
Yeah, John DiMaggio, and Tara Strong. Because John DiMaggio just...
We spent very little bit of time.
Yep.
A little bit. A mission. They each got a mission.
Yeah, pretty much. Win a Blitzball game, and I'm going to punch these 2 other Ronzo.
I'm sure in the side stuff there might be more, but you said it seems to be more summons focused. So it seems to be more... So if you just had more summons, would that make that end sequence longer?
It would.
Wait, so if we just collected 1 summon, we wouldn't
be able
to beat that quicker?
You have to get a minimum of 5.
Oh,
Throughout the plot. We had to get all of them
anyway.
except for Ron McDon.
Do you still? How's your feelings, by the way, after all? of it?
Good.
So how
I'm
you
bummed
feel
that you
about the
couldn't
game
watch
still?
the ending in time because that kind of kind of kills our flow, and it's like concerns me with like
The game, like I'm kind of surprised the gameplay was way more of a stronger aspect of this than the narrative. It kind of stunned me. I did not expect.
No,
that
you
from
thought it was
them.
gonna be the other way around, eh?
Yeah, well, that's usually what it
Yeah.
is, right? Because of these turn-based games can grind on you so fast. But because I'm not playing it, right, I get to then see the nuances of the gameplay visually, and there was a lot of that.
Yeah, well, there were things you were noticing that I
different attacks,
wasn't
different
because
animations, like,
one, I'm not paying full attention when I've played the game
Yeah.
before, and two,
Well-
I have
well,
to look
just-
at other shit because I'm playing the game.
I get to see the reward of their decision to go so heavy on different enemies and bosses and everything.
Yeah,
So
it was a nice way to experience that. But yeah, that's Final Fantasy X. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll be back with another Paj-anime.